Guys, it's midway through August and something very sinister is happening right now. I'm not even joking. If you watch any of my videos, give this one a chance. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has, in the last week alone, done two things of significant note. The first is amusing, arguably. He's tried selling the idea of recycled water to Iranians. Check out my video from a couple of days ago where he's addressing the Iranian people directly. I'm not going to be able to eat these lychees while making this video, sorry. He was urging Iranians to rise up against their own government. But the second thing he did is the craziest one. Let me read out to you an article from the Times of Israel. You will want to hear this. In an interview with I24 News aired on Tuesday evening, Netanyahu was asked by network anchor Sharon Gal if he, quote, feels a connection, end quote, to a vision of the biblical promised land as depicted in an amulet that Gal then gave Netanyahu. Netanyahu responded, very much. Gal stressed to him, it is Greater Israel. Netanyahu responded, if you ask me, we are here. Paused, and then turned the subject to the role of his father's generation in establishing Israel and his own generation's responsibility to ensure Israel's survival. Now, the term Greater Israel refers to Israel in expanded borders according to biblical or historical description, and it has many versions, Greater Israel, some of which include parts of today's Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, maybe a little pinky toe, a cheeky slice of Turkey as well. Go watch the full interview. This is where it gets really spicy. Hear me out. Go watch the full interview on YouTube. There's translations. It's in Hebrew, but there's translations. And you'll notice something that's mad. It's 16 minutes long. Many researchers have pointed out it was previously longer. The Times of Israel article I just read to you mentions dialogue from that interview that is no longer available to view on the video itself. So watch it start to finish. There's no mention of Greater Israel. What's going on, baby? Baby boy. Where'd your comments go? Sharon Gal or whatever his name is. What happened to your questions about the spiritual journey, blah, blah, blah? Reportedly, the video has been trimmed. Arab states condemned were left, I quote from the article from Israel itself, they were left fuming from the comments on Greater Israel because, hello, that Greater Israel sort of objective would include annexation of parts of other Arab countries. What? So quietly, I24 News edited it out, reposted the video. You cheeky lads, you cheeky, you naughty, you teasing me, you teasing us all, right? Let me show you a map of Greater Israel, right? This is what some Israelis in the Israeli Knesset, the Israeli government, want. This is not state policy, to the best of my knowledge, yet, but this is what some want. And this is what Netanyahu was alluding to, arguably. This is what Iran, by and large, stops Israel from actually achieving. Because if Israel makes a move, now we move into the analysis that I give, right? Geostrategically, if Israel makes a move to try and achieve any of this, or annexing any part of its surrounding neighbors beyond Syria, Iran can respond. The threat is always there. And Iran-aligned groups in the region, the threat is always there. And the Arab states, this is what they fear. Annexation of their own lands if they step out of line, if they step out from under America's orders, some CIA madness might come in, or, democracy suddenly has to be brought into the Gulf monarchies. This is what they fear, and then they'll lose parts of their territory to Israel. This is what they fear. Analytically speaking, this is my assessment. There's much to talk about. There's lots to talk about, but I wanted to get this piece out to as many people as possible. Keep it relatively brief. I know some people like my deep, in-depth, longer, meandering videos, and some people like it shorter. You can't please everyone, so what I'll do is, I'll do what I'm comfortable with. How about that, eh? And if you don't like it, let me teach you a solid motion you can do. And you go to the next video and I'll be off your screen. You're welcome. Now, spread the news, guys. Not because I urge you to take a side on this matter, but because I'm an analyst and I want you guys to have the full picture. That's why I want to bring to you the news and the analysis without the Western spin. I don't want it to reach you filtered. I want it to reach you unfiltered. And this is literally the most filtered it could be. You have not got access. If you go to YouTube, I24, You go to the Netanyahu interview, you've not got access to the minutes, the hidden minutes now that were referenced in the Times of Israel article, the hidden minutes that the Arab monarchies and the Arab states were fuming at in response. Where's that clip gone? Where's those comments gone? They're gone, guys. This is the most spin you can put on it. You just completely censor it out. And the truth I want you to spread, fact-based, is this, if you get anything from this video. Israel cannot even conduct an interview and give you... They conducted it. They can't even give you that interview to watch afterwards. They need to cut and paste and so that they don't say any accidentally, they don't say any quiet parts out loud. That's the amount of engineering they need. There's a storm coming. There's a storm brewing, my analytical assessment, my forecast. A storm brewing, and Israel wants it. The Americans oppose it, and Iran is ready for it, though they would rather not have it. If trouble comes knocking, Iran is ready. But they're not going to come and call it into the Iranian state. As the walls close in on Israel, as more and more nations distance themselves from the Israeli state diplomatically, economically, politically, there is a very good chance the state will act more aggressively out of desperation in order to act before their window of opportunity closes completely, and they are forever stuck with exactly what they have, no strategic depth, and actually they'll see their neighbors potentially get less and less aligned to the Israeli state, and therefore more hostile if the administrations of the surrounding nations want to align themselves with the citizens' sentiment. If they ever, in Saudi Arabia, if they ever, in UAE, or in Kuwait, or in Bahrain, or in Qatar, or in Jordan, or in Egypt, or in Lebanon, or in Turkey, or in Iraq, or in Syria, if the administrations ever want to align with the citizens on foreign policy as it pertains to Israel, Israel will find those states becoming hostile. And that is very risky with their current territorial holdings. They have no strategic depth. So the window is closing. Their allies are fleeing, essentially, slowly but surely. So for, I'm just giving you the analysis. I'm not saying I'm happy about this or I'm sad about this. I'm just giving you the information. For better or worse, Israel's opportunities are narrowing, and that might elicit a desperate last attempt or a desperate second attempt, a round two, against the only real bastion in the region that openly, overtly opposes the Israeli state, which is the Islamic Republic of Iran. And I'll be here to report to you the news and the analysis, unbiased and without the Western spin, as things develop in this theater. Please share this video everywhere you can so that it makes a bigger impact. Comment, bookmark it to push it on the algorithm, and I'll see you on the next one.
לסיום, עם תיק 6,000. אבל...
מה זה?
זה הוויז'ן שלי, זה אחד הדברים שחלמתי עליהם, מפת הארץ המובטחת.
יפה.
הגיע הזמן, קוראים לזה ירושלם. אני לא נותן את זה לך, אני מעניק את זה לך כדי שתיתן את זה לרדך שרה.
תודה רבה.
אתה מתחבר לחזון?
מאוד.
באמת?
מאוד.
זה ישראל השלמה.